What's up everybody? I've been asked by a few guys on here to show my horror Blu-ray collection. As I'll let you know that I've condensed a lot of them, sold quite a few, and the DVDs are no longer next to my Blu-rays as well, so it's quite a small collection. I've been asked to show a lot of my Arrow stuff, a lot of my Scream Factory stuff, even though I've not got that many Scream Factory stuff, and my 88 films as well. So I'll show them, and then I'll just show my random Blu-ray horrors, only the horror ones. And I'll go through them quickly for you. Okay, so starting at the top, I'll basically pull out some of the ones that are maybe worth mentioning, or some of my new ones as well, because I know that I've not shown a lot of my Blu-rays for a while, my new ones. Blood Rage, that's a good one. The Mutilator with the slipcover. House of Eyes was a kind of new one that I got. You'll probably notice that in these, I take out the actual Blu-ray itself, so I can stick it next to the single disc Blu-rays. I quite like showcasing the actual case as well. You'll notice I've done that for Blood Rage up, and you'll see it soon. And there's Blood Rage there. Any other new ones? Never seen this before. I heard it's pretty good, and again it was only £6 from FOP. It's Dead End Drive-In. It looks pretty good. I love the cover for that. Fall Break. See the inside of it as well. Can you guess what it's called? It's called the Mutilator. So yeah, for those of you who've got the Mutilator or haven't opened it yet, I suggest that you do open it, because it's Fall Break. Sorry about that, I had a sneezing fit there. It's not easy because I'm not actually at the top shelf right now, so I'm standing on a little ladder. The Funhouse, I showed this before. This is the custom cover that I made for Funhouse, because they never actually got around to redoing the cover to make it like the rest of them. For example, Day of the Dead, it's still like a kind of white window box cover. Don't really like them. I sold all my window boxes. Don't like them at all. Plus there's only like 14, 15 or 16 of them. But the Funhouse, I really love that movie, so I had to buy it again. I had the window box mount, and I just made my own cover for it. A lot of people shit on this, but I love this movie. I wasn't willing to pay £20 for it, or £60, £70 that the first edition was. So I waited and waited, and they eventually did bring it out again. Not limited this time. For those of you who know me, I love 80s movies that are set in the 50s. And this is a classic example of one of those. And I really do like the film. I know a lot of people hate it, but it's so cheesy. And it is so bad, but it's so bad that it's good. So if you haven't seen it, don't listen to the haters. It's really good. Hellgate. And I'm talking to you, Spider Geek, because I know you hate it. Hellraiser box set. Again, I didn't really fancy the expensive one, so I waited for the cheaper version. This is my House of Eyes cover that was part of my box. This is quite sought after now. Didn't actually know this was going to sell out. I love the House collection. I've always loved the House movies. And the box set sold out now for some reason, but yeah, I'm glad I bought it. I've seen all of these guys. Again, you can pause it if you want just to have a look, but there's nothing spectacular here. Satan's Blade, that was a pretty good, decent 80s horror movie. I think it was actually filmed like 3 or 4 years before it actually got a release. There's a lot of problems with it, but it turned out okay. And again, I love my slasher movies. So that's the top part of my Arrow collection. Let's move down a step. Again, this is one that I made myself, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I made that cover myself because that was the only big box set that I had for Arrow at the time. And I do know that this month, in fact, surprisingly enough, they are bringing out this on single Amory, which is pretty good. Vamp, they've re-released this for the third time, but I really do like this artwork. I don't know if there's any new special features on it or anything, but again, I had Vamp on the window box and I got rid of it, so I had to buy it again. And again, it was only £6. Final Terror. I'm very particular with my Scream Factory movies. I hate when they come without slipcover, so I actually made a slipcover for The Final Terror simply because it's one of the best backwoods slasher movies of the 80s. So I made my own slipcover for it to go with the rest of them, and it worked out pretty good. Final Terror, love it. It's kind of like Just Before Dawn. And again, it was one of these films that were filmed a couple of years before it actually came out. And it stars, I can't even know how to pronounce his name, Joe Pantoliano, I think it is, from The Goonies and Daredevil. He's in it, and Daryl Hannah's in it as well. So it's like a kind of known cast, similar to Just Before Dawn with Greg Henry. These two were the first Scream Factory releases, I think. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2, Night of the Demons, one of my favourite horror movies, Nightbreed box set, I'm sure you've all seen that. Shocker, did I show that? It's a good movie. That's the Halloween box set from Scream Factory as well. I'm sure you've seen that 100 times, so I'm not even going to pull that out. Let's move over to this is the Slasher Classics collection. I don't have them all. There's a few ones that came out which I'll need to end up buying, but I'm not going to spend £15-16 on them. I'll wait until they go down on sale. So I've got, what ones I'm missing? I don't have the Last Power, is it? Something like that. And Prosy, I don't have that either. And then I don't have the newer ones. The newest ones I've got are Intruder, which I love. Sam Raimi. That was number 23, and I go to number 24, which is Mountaintop Motel Massacre. This is the one with the limited slipcover. I've got number 886. I think this is the only one that's actually numbered, even though Just Before Dawn, which is another one, that sold out quite quickly with the slipcover. You can get it easily with just the Amory, but the slipcover sold out very quickly. But it's not limited to us. It is limited, but it doesn't have a limited number on it, so I don't know why that is. In between that, we get 25 and 26 to get. I think that might be Return to Horror High, and again, off the top of my head, I can't remember. I really like this artwork. This reminds me of I used to buy the magazine Total Film back in the late 90s. I think it was December 1999's issue. They've done a 25 or 50 video nasties, and this is one of the posters that they showed in it. It's a bit creepy. It's pretty funny. Flesh-eating mothers. True story. Ghost Town comes with a slipcover with this one. Really like that slipcover, nice and shiny from 88 films. They do release some really nice slipcovers, and it tells you the year. But they did make a big mistake with one of them, and I'll show you. Not a big mistake, but annoying, quite annoying. Which is down here. We've got Prison, and that's again a limited slipcover. Sadly, they put down 1988. And for those of you who love horror like me will know that it was released in December 1987, and that was in the UK as well, so they can't use an excuse to say, oh, 87 was US but 88 was UK. No, all 1987. The Suckling, never seen this movie, but it's so cheesy looking that I had to buy it. This is the reverse artwork. Never seen this, Tourist Trap. Heard good things about it, and I might watch it, but that front cover's hideous. That looks like a cheap Photoshop job. I think it might have a reverse cover, but I've not opened it yet. I don't know if there's any point in showing you these. These are some of my BC customs that I've been making. And I've made one with a slipcover as well, because I love this movie so much. Prom Night 3, The Last Kiss. That's an incredible film. Again, it's an 80s movie. Well, it was filmed in the 80s and came out in 1990. But it is an 80s movie that's set in the 50s. And you know me, I love 80s movies that are set in the 50s. So that's one of the ones that I hold dear to my heart. Again, these are just the custom ones that I made. These are just the standard Blu-rays that I've got, so I'll just quickly go through these because I know the video's kind of long. Ones that stand out to me are the Boogans. I love the Boogans, 1980 or 81. Christine, this is from Powerhouse Indicator. Not opened this yet. Clown, I love Clown. That's all I can say about that. Curse of Chucky, I'm looking forward to the new one coming out, so it'll be interesting to see how they go with that. Right, next. I bought this for £3. I heard mixed reviews about this. This is just a documentary, but I'll check it out. Let's see, Fright Night from Eureka. I did buy the Steelbook. Steelbook came out 4 months before the Amity came out. I hate Steelbooks, they're so cheap and nasty, and everybody says they love Steelbooks, but then you see them next year selling all their Steelbooks simply because they realise that they're crap. So I waited for this, so I sold my Steelbook and got this because I prefer Amity. And plus I can make slipcovers as well if I really want a good slipcover. Next up, I love me some Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2. Halloween Steelbook, but again there's not been a proper Blu-ray that's came out in the UK for this, so I've kept this until that comes out, and until it comes out I'll need to keep this because all we have is the basic edition of Halloween in the UK. I know I've got my Scream Factory one up there as well, but I want a UK release. This is Halloween 2 from Germany / Austria. This slipcover is probably the rarest slipcover in the world. I've only seen me and one other person with this slipcover. If you buy it now, it comes without the slip, just like that. But yeah, it's probably the most rare slipcover in slipcover history. Moving on. Oh, Idle Hands. Love Idle Hands. Again, it's not in the UK, so I had to get the US release. Anything else that tickles my fancy? It Follows. Love It Follows. Here's another Just Before Dawn that I got. This is the Code Red edition. And I thought this was actually going to be the only release that Code Red that it would ever come out for Just Before Dawn, because I thought it was only me and a handful of people that knew about this movie. But it turns out it's got a cult following, which is good. So I've got it twice now. Happy about that. The Loved Ones. Really loved The Loved Ones. It was a surprising movie for me. Nice Australian outback movie. Love a bit of the Monster Squad. Here's the Monster Squad in particular Blu-ray that I made. I will be doing another one with this one. So stay tuned for that. Just not got around to doing it yet. Boom, boom, boom. Love a bit of Night of the Creeps. Again, this is the only release that they've got for this movie at the moment. I like this one as well. Night of the Demons 2. Love the Night of the Demons trilogy. And then, lastly, we've got... Still not opened this because I feel that it's a really bad transfer, but it's the only version I've got of this so far, and that's the 1990s Night of the Living Dead remake by Tom Savini. And that's from Twilight Time. But again, I've not opened it. And boom, boom, boom. Everybody loved this Sinister, but I didn't really like it. Sleepwalkers, that's another one that needs a UK release. This is actually region locked, which is a bit of a nightmare for me, because I can watch region 1 movies, but I've got a region 1 Blu-ray rewriter, so if I want to watch a region 1 movie like my Scream Factory, I have to plug my region 1 Blu-ray rewriter into my laptop, and then plug my laptop into my TV, so it's a bit of a nightmare having to watch them. I will do it, but a bit of a nightmare. Trick or Treat, this is a pretty sought after slipcover as well now. You can buy it with the Amity only as well, but it's quite a hard slipcover to get. I love Trick or Treat, can't wait for the sequel. And I think that's all the newish Blu-rays that I've got, guys. So that's in there. I've got a few Arrow tote bags. And there we go. That's my horror Blu-ray collection. Again, it's all condensed. Makes it easier for me. And that's it. I'll maybe move rooms eventually. I've got a spare room that just gets cluttered with rubbish. I think I might tidy it up and make it a kind of Blu-ray / office for my photography stuff. That's it, guys. Anyway, it's been over 15 minutes, so I better cut me off now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to leave any comments below, do so, thumbs up. And if you want me to show you anything in particular that I've not shown today, just let me know. Anyway, I'll see you later. Bye bye.